They called her just another stray. But every night, she sat under the same streetlight, eyes fixed on the hospital gates. Not for food, not for shelter, but for the man who once saved her and never came back. This is the story of Mira, the cat whose devotion moved millions. Months before that winter, a kind-hearted nurse named Tom had found Mira near the roadside. Bleeding, weak, barely breathing. He couldn't walk away. He took her to the hospital, cleaned her wounds, shared his lunch, and gave her a small blanket. Every evening after his shift, Tom would sit outside, and Mira would climb onto his lap, purring softly, as if saying thank you in her own way. For Mira, Tom wasn't just a stranger. He was home. Then, one stormy night, Tom didn't come outside. The nurses whispered. The corridors echoed. He had fallen sick. Severe infection. Complications. He was admitted to the same hospital where he worked. That night, Mira sat by the gate, waiting for his voice, waiting for footsteps that never came. Days turned to weeks. The scent she once followed faded into cold wind and silence. But she stayed. Because love doesn't understand goodbyes. Every morning, Mira waited near the main entrance. Visitors came and went. Faces changed. Seasons changed. But she stayed. Guards tried to move her, but she always returned. Doctors began leaving food and water beside her. They said, "It's like she's guarding him." And in a way, she was. Even after Tom's passing, Mira never left the gate. She had no way of knowing he was gone. Only that he hadn't come back. Winter deepened. Snow covered the hospital steps. Still, Mira sat there, shivering, weak, but watching every door that opened. Some nights, she curled up beside the candlelight that patients left for their loved ones. To many, she became a symbol of loyalty, love, and devotion. Visitors stopped to take photos. Someone posted her story online. And within days, the world fell silent. Watching a small cat refuse to give up. Thousands commented. She's not waiting in vain. She's remembering. One morning, the guard found her lying still under the same gate. Peaceful, as if asleep. Beside her was a small piece of cloth. The same one Tom once wrapped around her wounds. No one knows how it got there. But everyone knew what it meant. Mira's body was buried under a tree near the hospital. The staff placed a small stone that read, "Mira, the cat who never stopped waiting." They say animals don't understand love. But maybe it's humans who still have something to learn. Mira's devotion didn't need words, promises, or forever. It was pure, silent, and endless. Because sometimes, love doesn't end with goodbye. It stays. In memories. In moments. And in the quiet eyes of a cat who simply refused to forget. Even after losing everything, she never lost her faith in love. And that's why her story touched millions.